What's been called the trial to the Catalan process finally has its sentence. It's been made public today, and people is quite pissed. So, for those of you who don't know exactly what's that all about, Catalonia is a region of Spain, and in the 1st of October 2017, there was a referendum held where the citizens could vote whether they want or not to become an independent state from Spain. And the Spanish kingdom didn't quite really like that. So shortly after that referendum took place, the members of the Catalan government who organized it, whether they went to exile or they were caught by Spanish authorities and sent to prison. That was 2 years ago. There's been a trial finally, and today the sentence is out. 9 people have been convicted of sedition, with sentences that goes from 9 to 13 years of prison. And that includes members of the former Catalan government and the former president of the Catalan parliament. So there's a new player in all this, which is Tsunami Democràtic. It's a new organization, nobody knows what exactly it is and who they are. They actually have no public leaders or spokesman, so there's nobody to jail. And basically through the social media channels, they told the people to go to the streets as soon as the sentence was made public with food, and that at 1 p.m. They will tell the people what to do. Now it's 1:15 almost, and it's been made public, and people is expected to go to the airport to collapse it. So that's what everybody is hitting right now.
Som la gent que no resist, la camarada desesperada.
4 stops from the airport, the tube just closed down and we have to leave the train, and now people is figuring out how to get to the airport on foot.
Som tossuts, som insistents quan tot és tan urgent.
La resposta som nosaltres. Molta ruta creix l'onada fins a fer-se gran com un tsunami.
It's kind of strange because the people that is stuck in the traffic jam has get out of the cars and are cheering the people that are approaching the airport it's like ending a race or something. It's quite strange. So we made it to the airport and all the gates are closed. There's cops on every gate and they only allow people with boarding pass. So it's pretty much all closed and people just standing and shouting and singing. There's not much else to do. So people keeps on coming to the airport, so that Tsunami Democràtic is working. And it's kind of a new stage in the process of independence because, well, basically now it's focused on civil disobedience. And it's also a new way of doing it because there's this new player, which is Tsunami Democràtic. And it's quite new because they just a website and some social media profiles. And they were created like a month ago. And since then, they just start saying that on the day the sentence is made public, people should go to the street with food to spend the day and await instructions. And that pretty much worked. Everybody went out to the streets, and at 1 o'clock they told everybody to go to the airport, and that's what everybody is doing. It's quite collapsed. So it's been raining for a couple of hours, and the riot police did like a few charges, like an hour ago or so, but things have been pretty much like this for the past hour. I don't know, I think there's even more people now. I'm going home now, and it's another hour walk, I guess, to the train station. And the problem is that I think that all these people is going to the same place, and I don't think the train is big enough for all of us. There's definitely a reason why you get a taxi to go to the airport. Fucking revolution.
Today, In the Spanish state, a Supreme Court ruling was announced which is a direct affront to the human rights, including the right to assembly and to demonstrate, the freedom of expression and the right to a fair trial. This is unacceptable in the 21st century Europe. Spain is experiencing a drift toward authoritarianism in which an anti-terrorism law is used to persecute dissidents and where even artists are persecuted for exercising their freedom of expression. The leaders who were convicted today represent the majority political parties and the most important civic entities in Catalonia. Neither Pedro Sánchez government nor any other Spanish government has been brave enough to deal with this conflict with dialogue and respect, and instead have chosen repression as the only response. The independence process is a true grassroots and inclusive movement with a long history based on the Catalans' desire for self-government. Neither xenophobic nor selfish, this is a movement whose strength comes from a foundation based on pluralism and diversity. This non-violent struggle will not stop until the repression ceases and the right to self-determination is respected, like in Quebec and Scotland. We demand that the Spanish government find a political and democratic solution. What we demand is Spain sit down and talk. We ask that international public opinion and civil society pressure their governments to intervene in this conflict in order to find political and democratic solutions. We call on the international community to take a clear position in favor of a resolution to this conflict based on dialogue and respect. We repeat, there is only one path: sitting down and talking, sitting down and talking.